It's Vex N Toys coming to you guys with another review for Masters of the Universe new Eternia Tri-Klops. Now, already, I already see like you have this gold here and here. Where's the gold there? Yeah, I don't like that. But let's not that damper our spirits here. Look at the box here. We got these little demons here, which are from the mini comics. Maybe I'll put something right here so you can see where they're from. Looking good. See, we got a new Eternia Beastman, new Eternia Skeletor, more little demons. We got the mechanical, the more techie one, and then the more traditional style. And we got the back, and we got a good view of him. He comes with that sword, blue eye, the techie version, Leonardo type sword holding, Tri-Klops. Evil sees everything. What do we got here? Well, we got the cross sale. Let me read the synopsis here, or wherever you call it. The Techno Master's latest mechanical masterpiece worked perfectly. Dubbed the Multivisor, Tri-Klops gazed into the paradimension and discovered new Eternia, where the power of Grayskull was up for grabs. Alright, so this new mechanical one is the paradimension, or the Multivisor. Or is that just his regular one? I don't know. We'll see. We got the cross sell. We have also available. Each sold separately, subject to availability. Colors and decorations may vary. I don't like that. Yeah, because it shows them in the picture with the gold. They got it there in the picture, and this picture here too. I'm skimping out on my paints. All right. Well, let's get this guy out of the package. Tri-Klops out of the box. The content list. We get a nice rounded sword, a more edgy sword with looks like his eye. We get a is that a bandolier? I don't know what it's called, but you know, it's a strap to go over them. You get the visor, 2 fists, and of course you get the figure. And then it shows you how to do stuff. So I got him with the blue. I thought that looked pretty striking with the blue. All the other ones, the red looks good. The green, I don't know, I think it just kind of blends in. The lighting's probably enhancing the gold there. I don't think the gold looks quite that nice in person. Especially, let's see here. Enhance. All right. As you can see, it has little scuffs on it. Now, it's kind of disappointing. I can fix it, and I probably will fix it, and then I'll probably also paint this part as well and just make this match throughout. The other thing, since I'm so zoomed in right now, if anybody remembers the bases, they had this kind of like sweaty, porous skin look to it. Well, it looks like on Tri-Klops here that they've continued, and instead of it, because before it was just this part and the rest of it would be kind of smooth. Well, it looks like this is a little shiny with this, but even I don't know if we can see it enhance as far as we're going to enhance it. You can see it, but this also has some of that porous, or you know, kind of like sandpaper almost. So yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting that they're doing that. And also you get the eye again. It's gonna be kind of a recurring thing on this guy. But He's got a very nice profile, a little bit of a let me de-hance a little bit. I think we're losing some quality. All right. He's got you know, a little bit of a sneer. That's what I'm looking for. I was gonna say snarl, but yeah, he's got a little bit of a sneer. We can takes a little bit of muscle there to turn this thing. It's not real smooth. There's the green. It's all metallic. You know, you get that green metallic with the silver. Looks good. And there's the red. The red just, I don't know, it doesn't pop. It's a little bit too dark. Not enough metallic or silver in that red. But of course, I think the red probably looks the kind of the coolest. But the blue, I don't know. I really like the way that looks. Maybe that's when he's in a good mood. I don't know. I actually have no idea which each eye does. I guess different seeing options because he's a spy. Well, he's not just spy. He's a a techno necromancer. But the harness is good. Everything looks nice. I like this new kind of like a dragon scale loincloth. That's pretty nice. Looks good. You're gonna have I think your drop down hips again. Yeah, drop down hips. So guess what? This guy comes with 2 swords, but you know what he doesn't come with? That sword holding articulation. Either hand. That kind of bums me out. So, you know, I wish they would have did a little bit more with this, just because they put a gold spot right in the middle of the eye. I wish they would at least, you know, colored it in or something. Or colored in what's already on their prototype toy in the package. I don't know. I don't feel like you should be able to say, oh, this is going to be different than what you're going to get. But all right, let's look at his accessories here. It's basically, you know, same articulation as what you're used to. And here's a sword. This is pretty cool. This is like a gunmetal here. You know, it's very sparkly, which is, I don't know, I think not good. If it's very sparkly, that means they're using cheap paint or cheaper paint, because to get that, you know, so it's not sparkly, you want to use finer, tinier sparkles that makes it just kind of look like real steel. But even the green here is metallic. Look, there's 2 tones of green. I don't know if that's knocking him down. I don't know if that's picked up very well, but yeah, it has 2 tones of green. That's where my paint apps are going for his chest. I went to the sword. And I haven't shown you the other side because look at that. That's annoying. I tried scratching it off. I don't know if it's missing paint or overspray. And I don't know what's going on here too. They got some sort of like little dots there. That's not a big deal because he's going to be gripping it the whole time. But look how many paint apps this thing gets. You got, you know, I don't know what it's molded in. I'm guessing it's molded in this plastic here. But you get the dark green or the light green, then you get a dark green here, and then you get a really nice gunmetal silver. But all right, let's look at the contents that came in the box. All right, here is the gold sword. And already I'm once again a little annoyed. They got some crappy paint job here. Other than that, you know, it's the same. It looks like the same, yeah, pretty much the same gunmetal as the other sword. I was kind of hoping, since this was like a gold one, they'd go a little bit more of a silver instead of this kind of darker gunmetal look. But they both look very good on this side. These sides, not so much. Especially that. That really sucks. I can't. Yeah, I gotta sand that to get rid of that. I can't just paint over it. But all right, let's see what else we got here. Two fists, just like before. We have the new visor upside down with the gold. I like the gold idea. Another green and another red. Triangle, rectangle, circle. And then we have the bandolier. Or I'm gonna say bandolier. I'm probably saying that wrong. But this matches. Yeah, look at that. More overspray. Clean that off right with my fingernail here. But all right. We got the gold, green, and red. So this one is based off of the of this here, and not the current one that's on his head. So this one is, I guess they kind of pair together. And what else? That's it. Let's remove the visor and try the new visor. That was pretty painless. And yeah, I'll take a quick look here. It's pretty cool. Almost looks like this can pop off. I'm not going to force it. But yeah, I like that. It's nice silver. They're really adding metallics to these lines lately. Okay, this is getting a little bit more difficult to get on. All right, that's not too bad actually. All right, so here we go. There we go. Fits into place nicely. All right. Looks pretty good. You can see all the different colors. Well, all right, let's try the bandolier. All right, I got it over his head, but it'd probably be a lot easier just to take his head off and throw it on. All right, looks pretty good. We'll fit the swords in. All right, that's a pretty cool looking Tri-Klops. I like that. I don't usually do a lot of comparisons, but since these guys are so similar, I thought I'd put them in here together. They kept the same skin color, so if you wanted to use this hand, you could. Oh, but you can't, now that I'm thinking about it, because these pegs are bigger. And these have those little dinky pegs, and they're not going to fit in there. Well, that sucks. Throws that whole thing out. Anyway, I call this guy, 420p, and this guy is 1080p. We're not quite to, 4K yet, but 1080p is still really good. You know, one aspect of these that I think is important is the Tri-Klops stuff. Look how big that is compared to his little dinky one right there. Uh, the whole idea of him is his, you know, three eyes. And so those should be over exaggerated a little bit. You can see how much bigger it is around his head. Yeah, I don't know. I just never felt like, I'm zooming on my hand. I never felt like his eyes were, they didn't stand out. And that's kind of what is, you know, the character. If his main gimmick doesn't stand out, I think it's kind of a failure of the character. I do kind of like the orange gold, you know, the metallic orange with him. I don't know. I guess maybe not. I like the gold too. It matches up there better. Or I don't know. It pops. It pops better. This looks like, you know, almost cell shaded. But obviously, I really do like this figure. Besides a couple of paint mishaps with this guy, I do love the look of him. He looks very badass, and he's definitely going to replace him on my shelf. Because yeah, I don't really. He's kind of redundant, and he's got better articulation. He's got two swords, two fists. He metallic, you know, paint apps and everything. It's just a better looking figure. Looks more imposing. He just looks like he's, I don't know, waiting for something. I'm gonna go over some pros and cons here with this guy. I think this is obviously the superior Tri-Klops. If there's one Tri-Klops you're gonna have in your display, I suggest throwing the Revelations one away, because it just, I don't know, it's not that good. And getting this one. This one is a very good figure. The pros, the visors, you get your choice of visor, kind of a more of a classic versus the more modern techie version. And both versions are pretty nice. You get two swords, really nice, well-painted swords. If they didn't screw up your paint job like they did on mine, they're very nice. You know, the new metallics everywhere. They're having a heyday with those metallics. I love it. Keep it up. I don't think they can overdo them. So I kind of listed off the pros. The cons were basically maybe just my figure had some crappy paint damage in a few areas. But other than that, he's a solid Tri-Klops. Highly recommend. And for those of you wanting to see my customs, I will do a video on that sometime soon. I want to get through one more review after this one with Evil Lynn, the movie version, which I think is a really good version. They got the likeness surprisingly right. But anyway, I'll give you a little a taste of one of my customs. Is the new Eternia Skeletor. Being so close, he probably doesn't look as good. When I look at him with my own eyes, I'm like, I think he looks better. But seeing him in super close, high definition detail through the phone here, it looks like a little bit not as good. But let's see. Let me zoom on that face here. So what you may not realize is I made him look more. I looked at the filmation, and I saw where the dark lines were, because there's no wash on his face at all. There's no like outline of a skull, and I thought that's kind of what he's missing. It looked like a, I don't know, like a mask rather than like a skull. So I went in and I darkened, you know, so you see a jawline and you see the cheekbones going up to the nose, a little bit of lines around the, you know, the eyes. I blacked out the eyes. I didn't really care for the red in there. So that's one of the things. Also, you can see I painted the bones and did a little bit of silver highlights. Maybe it's a little sloppy in some spots. But from far away, further away you get, the better he looks. Put it that way. I'm gonna set him up here. There. Now he looks pretty good, doesn't he? He looks more like a Skeletor. So anyway, that's my custom. I thought I'd just throw him out there for you guys. But this is Vex N Toys. Like and subscribe the video, guys. It's been picking up around here for me, so I appreciate the comments, and leave a comment. So we'll catch you later.